Ready?
Yeah.
He's gonna whip me. Magnus has no oh, he actually has a whip. And, an ear? Magnify? That looked like an ear. He has a severed ear lollipop. I thought it was a rose, but it looked like he was a romantic, but then it looked like an ear all of a sudden.
He's a murderer.
Dude,
A whip murderer.
I have to get dude on high enough level, but like, I have to get the other guys high enough level also. How am I gonna do this? Whoa. His face is so wide. Wait a minute. Miko paid $1,000 for much of his hockey equipment. And he's gonna get paid back from the parents. Surely we can get money from him to buy Mac games.
It said I got whipped.
I'm not into that whipping other guys. So he is telling a fib. Don't I already have this? I already have this. I can buy it, I think. He's trying to spread a rumor that we like to whip men.
Nightmares.
What, Mr. Mime?
Yeah, look at its sides.
Yeah.
It's creepy. It's not the only thing that's staring into my soul.
Oh my god, I'm looking at our 64 Mario Party 2's in there. And the round bump part is like blocking out Mario's eyes. You can't see us. Yeah, I leveled up.
That's not what I was talking about, but...
I know. But you were saying there are things looking at you. And I'm saying that one can't look at us. What will we ever do?
Hi.
Here. Supposed to bring it over here, right? Okay, great.
You'll get. Explosion. How much Pokemon know explode? Whoa.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. All I know is wheezing, coughing, and
I have hiccups now.
and
Look. Show and Voltorb.
and Golem.
Ow.
We'll cheat, Magnus. We'll catch us Machoke, and on our next break, we'll evolve him. And we'll have a Machamp, and he'll be super strong. I'll teach him Mega Kick. You know, it's a good way to get rid of hiccups.
What?
Stop hiccuping. Oh. Here's something I learned from the Game Grumps. Ross said this. Here, sit up, sit up. Let me see if you're still hiccuping. I don't know if that counted. No, you're just moving your torso up. Are you hiccuping? Yeah, you are. I can hear you in your throat. So you said... Wait, I forget how it goes. But you said something like, I think it's Datomit, that I'll give you $100 if you keep hiccuping. Oh. Or is it to stop hiccuping? Either way, they don't sound like they work. Never mind. Never trust those people for advice on anything. I'll buy you my Bomberman 64 if you stop hiccuping. Well, you're never getting that game.
No! Try something else. Please. Marco, try something else.
I'll buy you your own Mario Party 2 and Mario Party 3 if you keep hiccuping. Oh, fuck. Well, I'm gonna be broke. How about I punch you?
Do it. Child abuse.
They can't see anything.
It's recording.
Yeah, but they won't hear it.
Ow. Why do you have lemonade?
It's better than super potions. It's cheap and it gives you a good amount. It's like I didn't need hyper potions, that's why.
Ow.
Is there stuff down here I could do? It came from there, right? So okay, it came from there, so let's see what
Now you have to give me the games.
No, I'm not buying you anything.
But you just said that.
I say many things. She has a whip. I wouldn't mind getting whipped from her.
I hate you.
You know that whips like tear off flesh? Why are they just walking around with them? This is a bug. Bugs aren't actually...
It's a zombie.
Aren't actually... What?
It's a
Super fit. That's weird. Is he a grab? Because I used ice type on bugs. Oh, excuse me, in like Gen 2, and ice type isn't super effective. Ooh. That does not look like a Dugong. Dugons are like a bit slimmer.
Well, the back of you.
I should heal my Dugong. I don't have a fire type.
Turn your weeds and have a fire move.
Oh, I could just use Thunderbolt with Mew. Well, let's go for the riskier strat. I thought Weezone was level 42. Well, he's a water type. Why did I listen to you? Smack.
Still have the hiccups.
That reminds me of some though. I say that a lot, don't I? To like announce I'm gonna say something.
That's really cute.
Uh-oh. When I was in 7th grade, because I was in one school in grade 6. Like I had moved to the town, and I was in one school, and the school only went up to grade 6, so we all went to grade 7. And I think I told the story in the start of this playthrough about the bully I had, Magnus.
Yeah.
So because of that, when I was in 7th grade, I met some new friends who were like really awesome, and I still think of them, like I haven't spoken to them in a long time, but I still call them like my best friends. like that I've ever had. But there was I kept like kind of like play hitting them, and I think it had to do with that the fact I was being bullied and I was like insecure about my strength. But sometimes we would just be like play hitting each other, and because I have younger brothers who and older brother, and I wrestle with my dad, I would do sound effects like psh, psh, and all that, like when I would hit like land punches on you guys. And I was doing that with them, and they're like, "Why do you do that?" So it's like it just sounds stronger. I didn't realize that like other people don't do that. No one can hear you from over there. And I thought you stopped hiccuping after I hit you. But you proved me wrong that you need more hits.
Ow.
Ooh. This guy won't help me at all during the Elite Four. That reminds me of another thing of what Aaron did. Is that he had his Articuno and he kept using Blizzard when he could have just used Ice Beam, which Blizzard's pretty inaccurate and like Ice Beam is accurate, and might as well have just used that instead of wasting his turns. That's why I don't get Blizzard.
Oh, did you get the Lapras?
Get up. No one can hear you. Yeah, I did get Lapras. I have an idea. Tell us a story and maybe your hiccups will go away if you keep talking.
My throat.
Your throat hurts? Well, when your throat hurts, don't put your chin down. I'm getting a lot of critical hits.
Look, it's a duck.
It's just a Pidgey. Pidgeys look like that, so it must be a Pidgey.
Yeah, it's not. It doesn't look like anything important. Ow.
Yeah, I'm never gonna teach you Pokemon that. Don't touch me, you're gonna pass your hiccups on to me. You know what calories are, right? After we do this? You know what calories are, right?
Yeah.
Just there's something in your body that makes you add weight, okay? And you get they're in food. So like people watch their calories or like they check on the food, like the calorie and how much calories are and stuff. Anyway, I just saw, I didn't see the episode, but I saw like a commercial. I was watching, do you know Dr. Phil?
Yeah.
So I think I showed you a little bit, like, when I was watching him. He's really famous, like, everyone knows who Dr. Phil is. He's a psychiatrist. The thing is, people know him for, like, just, like, telling people, like, the famous thing is that he just tells people to get real or whatever. Because they watch it and he's just, like, getting mad at the people. But as someone who actually sees this, an actual psychiatrist, like, he is, like, in the end, like, he does, like, bring them to the people that, like, because the psychiatrist doesn't cure you, they just, assign you to the people that you need to see. They do other stuff, too, like, they keep track of you and all that. They're kind of like your like, fitness, mental health manager. But anyway, I was watching an episode on YouTube, and then there was like a preview of another episode, and there was this teenage girl who's gaining weight, and she was so scared. She was scared of people touching her because she was scared that the calories would bounce off from the person and onto her.
That's not possible, is it?
No, that makes no sense. Some teenagers believe stupid things. I remember, you know what Beyblades are?
Yeah.
I remember when I was in, like, when we were allowed to bring Beyblades to school, I was in, like, the 3rd grade or something, and there were these 2nd graders, and in the show, so what it is, in the show, there's, like, this spirit or something, I really don't remember, I haven't watched it in a long time, but there's, like, this creature, the spirit of a creature that's in the toy. So when they rev it, like, that thing takes control and controls the toy or whatever, or something like that. And what would happen is that the spirit would, like, hologram out and, like, show itself. And there would be, like, this big, like, hologram or something of it, okay? And the kids, the 2nd grade, that would happen in the show. In the 2nd grade, so we're looking at the Beyblades, like, it's gonna come out, it's finally gonna come out. And they actually believe that the image actually came out.
That reminds me of something. At school, one of our friends had this golden Beyblade, and he said that it was cursed. How? He said it was cursed that it would never stop spinning, and every time it spun, it would never stop. And he showed it to us, and it never stopped at all.
That's not a curse. What?
Well, that was a long time ago.
Well, like, how long would it go for? Because those things would spin for a long time. You know what sucked? Those were some of the toys I really liked. I had them in a bin, and I really like Beyblades because it's a simple thing. You get, like, this plastic container, and then you rev them, and the two things, like, end up hitting each other, and it's a lot of fun just looking at them spin, and they're colorful, and you see them spin. I really like them. So my dad threw them out. Again, one of those toys that he just threw out for no reason. Threw out the whole bin. And when I told my brother that, like, I wasn't so much upset, because I realized they'd been missing, and I'm like, oh, well, they're thrown out. Because, like, I realized, I haven't, like, seen them in a long time. I don't know when he did it. I don't know if he did it when we moved or before we moved. We threw them out, and when I told my older brother that, he said, oh, they made too much noise. They don't make noise, that much noise. Like, Miko, like, the thing with Miko is that, one thing that, like, he kept saying to me is that never assume, like, never make assumptions, because it makes you sound like an idiot. Yet, I'll start a sentence to him, because he's ADD, he'll continue my sentence for me and assume stuff. That's another thing I really hate when, like, I'm talking to someone, like one of my teachers did that a lot, where like I'm talking about something, and they're like, oh, you mean like this, and they continue it for you. I'm like, no, that's not at all where I was going with what I was saying.
Yeah, that's something I also remembered.
What?
My friend said that the golden spin wasn't for sale, but he managed to get it anyway.
Wait, how?
I don't know. It's like years ago he told me. Anyway, when he said that it was cursed, I didn't really believe him, cause it was just a toy. And then when he would spin in it, and it would spin for a while, I was like, it's just spinning for a while. How's it cursed?
Yeah, I don't think he knows what cursed means. Cursed doesn't mean it's gonna keep spinning. Cursed means that this thing is gonna kill someone. Like, you remember that game lab or the Five Nights at Candy's?
Yeah.
And like I got excited because they had someone on there that I really liked. His name's Rob Dyke. His show is seriously strange, and he has other stuff on the channel. But he talks about like really just creepy things, like murders and stuff. And he talked about cursed objects, and there is this chair that is cursed because everyone who sits in everyone who sat in it ends up dying really soon. And they ended up putting it in a museum, and everyone who sits in it ends up dying. Like this trucker sat in it. This person sat in it, left the museum, and then got into a car crash. So what they did is that they nailed it to a wall, so on a wall high up, so no one can get to it. No one can sit on it.
Why not destroy it?
Because it's a museum. It's like, hey, we could study this. Alright, so we're here. I won't turn Machoke into a Machamp. I mean, if this was on the Game Boy, I would do that, but it is on the Game Boy. Like, I'm not emulating this. It is on the Game Boy, but what I mean is, you know, if I was playing on my own, I'd do that. I don't see why. I just feel like it'd be cheating. I just got this Pokemon out of nowhere. Should I? Should I turn him to a Machamp on our break?
No.
Just keep him Machoke?
Yeah.
Why?
Ow.
We'll do that then. At least we're not using Beedrill.
We're just in time.
I caught your hiccups!
Oh.
Alright, so I have a bunch of TMs in my PC. I'm gonna cheat a little. Look on Bulbapedia what the TMs are, so that way, because I have like a lot of them that I bought. So I'm gonna look up what they are instead of taking them out and wasting time, and just see what they are, and if there's anything good, I'm gonna teach them some of my guys. And we'll be back right after that for you guys.